Welcome everybody to the South Hockey Network live on YouTube, live from Glenview Community Ice Center. Boy, it's been a while since we've come through your airwaves. It is time for another Glenbrook South spring hockey game as they face the New Trier Trevians for the second time in this spring season. Dylan Ward on the call with you alongside Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. We thank Glenview Bank and Trust for being our presenting sponsor and making these broadcasts possible, winter or spring. The Titans looking for just their second win this spring in game number 9. They'll go from left to right on your screen wearing the blue jerseys. New Trier from right to left wearing the white. We are underway here at Glenview Community Ice Center. New Trier controls. George Knight down low, taken away by Vanderploeg, got it up ahead to Ryan Mulvey. Now Kosmeter taps it along, Jonah Weiss dropped it off Kosmeter again, stolen away by the Trevians, and they'll get it out to the neutral zone. There's Will Fagan wearing his number 94. Trevians dump this one back in. Goaltender today, Isaac Bonnell, wearing the white mask. Thomas Preston on the bench if needed. This one poked along by Vanderploeg, couldn't get it outside of the zone. New Trier will get it back in, but offsides, that'll stop play. And a quick whistle just 55 seconds into the first period here at the Glenview Ice Center. We do apologize for not being on the air for the Titans' last game. It was a last-minute schedule edition. I think only 9 players showed up, and the Titans dropped that one to the York Dukes here at the Glenview Ice Center. Right here on Rink A, their only win this spring. It was a 4-2 final score over Loyola Gold. And this could possibly be the final local game here in Illinois this spring season. The Titans were supposed to play last night against the Lake Forest Scouts, but that one got canceled. And my understanding is that they're going to try and make that up, but we'll see when that happens. There's a possibility it will be after the spring tournament in St. Louis. But if this is the final game for the Titans here in the state, hopefully they can go out with a bang. Charles Cannon got it along. It's dumped in by the Trevians, picked up by Luke Fagan of the Titans. He stretches it out to neutral ice. Now pass back for Zach Boris. Boris scored a goal in the first meeting between these two teams this spring. As a matter of fact, he was on the ice for all 3. Now played along outside to neutral ice by the Trevians, chasing after it for the Titans. Braden Mendoza now bailing him out, Luke Fagan. He'll get it along and out to neutral ice, picked up by Teddy McCrulis. Taken away, sent out to the neutral zone, quickly grabbed by the Titans, but intercepted. It goes right to Dominic Fontana. He shoots, and the save made by Bonnell. 2 shots on goal, nothing in favor of New Trier. Just getting started here for this matinee at Glenview Ice Center. Titans don't usually have too many afternoon games here at the GIC during the regular season. Of course, with the several windows here at the Glenview Ice Center, including, well, they're not windows, but the, I don't know what you call those, but the, you know, the hockey player silhouettes and the figure skaters. Usually those are all dark by the time a puck drops here at the Glenview Ice Center, but we're gonna get out of here by 3 o'clock, maybe 3:15. That's when we'll end our broadcast anyway, and then we gotta pick up all the goalie cams and stuff. Now back up high. This one touched along by New Trier, picked back up by the Titans. Here they come. Charles Sullivan. Puck taken away by the Trevians. They'll bring it out through neutral ice, giving up to the Titans one more time. This one gloved down and sent into the zone by Keegan Rowian. Returning player from Last year's New Trier team, the #1 team in the state, lost the SHL final to Glenbrook North, but the big one, state championship win at the United Center as they took down the Bennett Red Wings by a final score of 1-0. Lots of graduates from that New Trier Green team have moved on, but until proved otherwise, New Trier will almost always be projected to be the #1 team in the state in any coming season. The Titans did not win a game against them in the regular season. Dropped all 4, 3 in SHL play, and 1 at the preseason invitational. There's the music. A first here this spring at the Glenview Ice Center. Adding a little atmosphere here in a season that desperately needs some. Face-off won by New Trier in the Titans attacking zone. They'll clear this one all the way down. It'll go far enough. The whistle blows, icing is the call. 11:04 to go here in the first. Left circle face-off coming. Jacob Steele will take the draw. He'll win it cleanly. It goes back up high to Ryan Mulvey. Deflected just wide of the net. Off the stick of Daniel Sokol. Now the Trevians pick it back up. They can't clear the zone. Mulvey gets it back deep, but it's taken away by Peter Moreno, another returning player. Now here's a slap shot from up high. Daniel Sokol off his stick and just wide of the net. Now the other way come the Trevians. Ryan Mulvey knocks a man off the puck. Goes down below the goal line. Mulvey plays it to the far side half boards. Kept in the zone and sent deep by New Trier's Soren Schelik. But taken back by the Titans, they'll dump and change. 4-3 winners were New Trier a couple of weeks ago at Centennial Ice Rink over these Titans. It was a wild game. The Titans actually led 2-0 before taking the overtime loss. Again, games can end in ties here in the spring, but both coaches agree you could do a little shootout or something just to settle it. If they have extra ice time as well. This one kept alive off the clearing attempt. Here's a shot, Dane Lomer, but the save made by Bonnell. Now this one leaks out to the neutral zone. Brought back over the line by the Trevians. Here's another shot off the stick of Kyle Yang, but the save made by Bonnell. We'll stop again, 4-0, the shots on goal. Titans looking for their first one. Reed Maxwell and Max Ascioni, the 2 goaltenders for the Trevians. We'll get an update on who's playing for them as soon as we possibly can. I would look at the goal cam, but oh, you actually can see that number 50, so that is Max Ascioni. Here's a shot, tough angle. That one hit the side of the net, tickled the twine, but the wrong side of it. Now behind the net once more. Anthony Pinto plays it to the near side. Titans try and get it out, kept alive once more by Dane Lomer. Now centered in front, that one unable to be settled down by the stick of number 46, who I do not have on my roster here for New Trier Green. Here's another centering pass. Oh, what a save made by Bonnell. He's had to face 6 Trevian shots already, and that one by far his best stop maybe of this whole entire spring season. We'll have to take a look at the goal cam on that one. Meanwhile, the Trevians back up high, send this down to the right side circle. High slot, backhander, wide to the left. Kicked over to the other side one more time, backdoor chance, but that one goes between the legs of the Trevian waiting right there, George Knight. Block by Cosmeter. He tried to spring ahead a breakaway. Now they will break out, maybe a 2-on-1. Here is Jonah Weiss down the right wing side. Weiss pulls up, leaves it, Cosmeter. Also getting in there, Luke Fagan. But Titans unable to make a clean chance out of it. Nearing the halfway mark of period number 1. Scoreless game here at the Glenview Ice Center. Dylan Ward, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. So glad to have you hanging out with us. And we hope you have enjoyed what's been a fun spring season. St. Louis tournament next weekend. I will not be attending, but Gerard, you're going to that, right? All right, he gives me the nod. So I'm not sure what the commentary options will be, but you'll get to watch the Titans in St. Louis. And we say there's no standings, no playoffs here to build up to for the spring season, but to end it with a tournament, it almost feels like a playoffs. We're back underway. Titans still looking for their first shot. Maybe they'll get it here. Here's a chance, and Alex Tutai fanned on it. Now back up high, Mendoza. Up high, takes a shot. That one hit the pad of Asioni. The Titans' first shot on goal. Through some traffic, but clean off the left pad of the Trevian goaltender. Titans keep pressuring. Here's a shot. A stick got in the way, and that one was forced wide. Oh, and you know what? I'm a little out of practice, folks. We did not look at that save by Isaac Bonnell at the whistle, so we'll do that here at our next one. Here's a shot. That one takes a deflection off a stick and goes wide of the net. Rebound possessed by the Trevians. They stay on side there as that puck bounces near the blue line. Titans will play it back and reset. Here's Mendoza. To the near side for Quinn. Declan Quinn, good to see him out there after starting this spring season on the injured list. Unable to get by one defender was Vanderploeg. It's brought back the other way by the Trevians. Behind the net, the Titans get it back though. And Vanderploeg one more time. Over the blue line, nice drop-off pass. McCrulis takes a shot, save made by the blocker of Asioni. Now the other way come the Trevs. Dumping this one in down the right wing side was Dominic Fontana. Now right in front of the net, a scramble play, but it's knocked out of harm's reach. Not a lot of whistles in this game. In what's already a pretty short game, just 15-minute periods and no intermission regardless of the score. Vanderploeg tried to clear it out, sent deep one more time, but Will Fagan right there to recover the puck. Sends it to the near side for Ryan Mulvey. The Titan captain, Mulvey over the line, right wing side. Fan on a shot, now it's Vanderploeg. Behind the goal line. Mulvey looked like he got it free for a moment, but it will be the Trevians who send this one the other way. Nice crowd here at Glenview Ice Center for a spring game. Again, it's been quite some time for a lot of these players. Over 2 weeks off. Or I should say they played last weekend against York, but only a handful of players were present for that one. A lot of these guys multi-sport athletes. And will play spring sports, most notably Blake Hoffer. As this shot is gobbled up. Now let's take a look at that save from what feels like a while ago at this point from Isaac Bonnell. Centering pass, and you know what? George Knight needs to take a moment to settle it down, and oh, we've got the wrong camera there. I'm gonna go ahead and blame Gerard for that one. Looks like we have left and right swap today. But here's that save. Just got it with his blocker. .420 to go in the first period. 6-4 the shots now in favor of New Trier Green. But still 0-0 here at the Glenview Ice Center. Luke Fagan gets it ahead. Fagan over the line, lost the puck. It's regained by Charles Cannon of the Trevians. Now out to the neutral zone, Owen Bratt around one. Bratt chases after that puck near side corner. Bratt being hounded by a couple of Titans. And in to come help him is Jenner Lannon. Now up high to the near side, left point, down to Bratt one more time. Threw it to the right circle, tough angle shot, but a save made by Vanel. He'll hang on for another stoppage in play with 3:28 to go here in the first period. 9th game of the season here in the spring for the Titans. Currently 1-7. Make that 1-6-1. Again, the record does not matter here in the spring. Obviously, you'd like wins, but the entire purpose of this season is for a combination of things, mostly player development. See what these guys who played on Varsity 2 or JV last year can bring to a varsity level. Again, no seniors here in the spring league, so it's all players who will be eligible for next year's regular season. Again, not to say it's a lock, but usually the spring roster looks pretty darn similar to what the regular season roster looks like the following year. So these players get a chance to build some chemistry. Here's Cosmeter with a steal, he shoots, and a save made by Asioni, covering that one up. We'll take a look at the goal cam and the new PTZ, of course. If you were one of Gerard's 60 emails that he got to sign up, there's the beauty right there, the PTZ camera. We've been having a lot of fun with that this spring. Here's a shot, and Asioni did not see that one. But luckily for him, it went off his right pad. Now the Trevians get it back. They'll bring it outside the zone. Over the line they come. Running into one man and recovering the puck for the Titans is Braden Mendoza. Now behind the net. Lost for a moment, but regained by Quinn. Up high into the netting, out of the rink. Another whistle. And you know, it's our last game of the season. Let's just show you what this thing can do. We've got all different kinds of presets here, so we can swing it around to the other goal. We've got the Titan bench also somewhere in there, but I'll show you that at another time. Expect us to have a lot of fun with that in the regular season come September. All on his knees, a backhand shot, dribbles not far enough towards the net. Regained by the Trevians. Peter Moreno, new True Green player of last year, goes across, now bringing this one over the line. It was one of the Trevians. That was Soren Kellick. It's taken away by the Titans. They will just get it outside the zone. 90 seconds separate us from our first break in action. Still waiting for our first goal here in Glenview. One man taken down for the Titans. Wasn't called a trip, that was Zach Boris. Will play on. Trevians are offside on that zone entry. That'll stop play and bring the face-off out to the neutral zone. Obviously, we have the 2-ref crew here in the spring. And I've noticed that either you have a game with 0 penalties or a whole bunch. You just never know what you're going to get any given night. Gerard, I think you might agree with that. We'll see if either team can give themselves an advantage heading into the locker room. Or not the locker room, sorry. I think that's what Gerard's smile is for. Here comes Teddy McCrulis. Puck taken away by the Trevians. Owen Bratt can't get it out. Now it's back into the zone. 37 seconds to go here in period number 1. Asher Vanderploeg, he's been playing forward all spring. Goes across, now it's Charles Sullivan with a shot, that one blocked. Sullivan gets it back up high, sent down low by Will Fagan. Now McCrulis from behind the goal line, up to Ryan Mulvey. 5 seconds on the clock. Mulvey goes to the left circle. Here's Vanderploeg centering. That one wouldn't go. Rebound just wide off the deflection. That would have counted with less than a second, but never crossed the goal line, and that'll do it for period number 1. 15 minutes have come and gone. The score 0-0, but the shots on goal, New Trier 7 and the Titans 6. Dylan Ward here on the South Hockey Network alongside Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. And oh yeah, that one goes off the skate of Owen Bratton just wide. This will actually be a really good look at it. Ooh, just popped wide. So we'll take a quick timeout here on the South Hockey Network, but remember, no locker room, so don't go anywhere. Dylan Ward saying we'll be right back. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Second period is underway here at the Glenview Ice Center between the Glenbrook South Titans and New Trier Trevians meeting for the second time here in the spring season. The first meeting was a game the Titans led 2-0 early on, but eventually lost 4-3 in a shootout. Titans looking for their second win here of the spring season. Dylan Ward alongside Gerard Boris. And you know, when I don't have a partner with me up here in the booth, I will admit I get lonely. So if you're watching at home, feel free to utilize that chat function. Ask me some questions, make some comments. At the next whistle, maybe after a couple minutes, I'll rapid fire read the chat, and I'll be reading the chat all day long here on the South Hockey Network. Big hit there as Charles Cannon ran into Charles Sullivan, a Charles collision. As the Trevians pick it back up, we of course have switched sides here in the second period. Period of the long change. Isaac Bonnell now at the net to our right. Titans going from right to left. Here's a shot off the stick of Pinto. Nearly got past the glove of Asioni, but no luck there. Now to the far side half boards. They try and play it out, sent right back down by the Titans while they'll change. Now out to the neutral zone. George Knight getting to this one. Dropped it off. Here's a shot out of the net off the stick of Dane Lomer. Now back up high. Right point. Here's a shot. That one got blocked in close by Graham Vanderploeg getting in the way of that one. Graham Vanderploeg, number 15 out there. I like the multi-sock look. Not sure if that was intentional or not. This one thrown to the left side circle. Now back up high. Here's a shot. That one kicked out of there by Bonnell. Kept alive by the Trevians once more. This one gloved down. Backhand chip below the goal line. Up high, left point. Sent down low again. It'll be recovered this time by the Titans. Braden Mendoza looking to clear the zone, but he's being hounded. The Trevians actually get it back there. Below the net again. They try and just pin it up against the boards. Force back up high. Now fresh off the bench, one of the Trevians. This one backhanded down low. Long zone time here for New Trier Green. This group of Titans has been out there for quite a while. A couple of them have gotten a chance to get off and change, but now it'll be dumped down by Steele, and the Titans will change all 5. Still waiting for our first goal here at Glenview Ice Center. We've seen some good chances and some good saves on both ends, but nothing across the goal line yet. Here's Cosmeter, tough angle shot. Getting in the way to block that one was one of the Trevians. Now back up high. This one swiped over to Will Fagan. He takes a shot, and the save is made by Acioni. Looking at the chat here, SHL fan 123, they've been an avid chatter on the South Hockey Network. Get your cousin back in the broadcast. He was the best and seemed like great company. Well, that is, I would love to have my cousin back in the broadcast. Are you talking about, I've had my cousin Jimmy and my cousin Tommy. If you're thinking about the Lake Forest game from last year, that was Jimmy. If you're thinking about the St. Viator game from last year, that would be Tommy. Both of them great guys. Now the Trevians back into the zone across the line. New Trier only with 1 shot this period. That might count as 2, but they have been dominant here in these opening 4.5 minutes of the second. It's a period of the long change. We've seen a couple of times the Titans have been trapped in their own zone, but here they come out now. Asher Vanderploeg got it to the slot. Here's a shot by McCrulis. That one goes wide. Maybe a piece for Acioni. Now Mulvey fires one towards the net. That one bounces wide to the right. Sent down by New Trier Green. Tell you what, if you must really be an SHL fan if you're tuned into these spring games. I'd love to know the identity of you, SHL fan, and what team you root for. But here's a shot and a goal from a tough angle. New Trier gets on the board and breaks the ice here at Glenview Ice Center. Charles Cannon with the goal. And on their 9th shot, I told you they were pressuring all period long. Let's have another look. Nothing fancy at all, just carries it from behind the goal line, and tough angle, able to get that backhander through. Actually, he found an opening on the glove side. Didn't notice that in real time. Meanwhile, here's a shot by the Titans. That one goes off the post. That was Alex Tutai looking to quickly tie that one back up. Might have still been looking at the replay, but we'll get a replay of that one to show you one more time. Now the other way, New Trier. Centered, Titans able to find it, clear it out. This should be an icing. And let's look at this chance one more time by Tutai. Clean off the post. I mean, that goes right to the corner of the net. We're gonna get 2 really good looks at it. First from the goal cam. Oh man, I mean that just, I don't know whether to call that post or crossbar. That pretty much hit the intersection of both. Look at this shot. I want to replay froze a little bit there, but we'll see if we can watch it again. Boris gets this one ahead. Tutai, another chance, drops it off for Boris this time, but just past the stick. Now Luke Fagan with it up high, top of the right circle, down to Tutai. Sent the shot on net, but the save is made by Acioni. Rebound out to neutral ice. Here come the Trevians in a quick rush. Drop off pass, what a pass, and a shot. The save is made by Bonnell. Great play there by one of the Trevians players. Lost the identity on him for a moment, but very selfless play to drop that off back, and saw he had a couple of open men trailing. And a good opportunity was a save by Bunnell. Meanwhile, behind the net, the Titans get tripped up. That was Zach Boris drawing the penalty. And a power play is coming right up here for the Titans. First penalty of the game for either team. And yeah, we just get enough of a view on that one. Meanwhile, real quick, before this power play starts, I want to show you this look at this shot off the corner from Alex Tutai. And it froze again. Maybe that's just the camera messing up. Well, we're going to the power play here for the Titans. All Titan power plays are sponsored by RSM. Discover the power of being understood. Well, the Titans went a while without a power play goal, but they finally got one a couple of games ago against Lake Forest. We'll see if they can get back on the board here with the man advantage. Ryan Mulvey near the blue line fires a shot. That one deflects and goes over to that far side corner. Vanderplug sends it back up to the point. Fagan down low. Weiss tapped it to the slot. Right there was Charles Sullivan, but he couldn't bury that one. Now poked ahead, shorthanded comes New Trier. Here's a shot. That one goes high of the net. Halfway through regulation here at Glenview Ice Center. Just one goal in the game. Charles Sullivan has some space. Loose stick gets in his way, but he's able to keep the puck. Now up to Ryan Mulvey, left point. Will Fig into the net. Save made by Asioni. And he'll cover up. Shots on goal, 11 apiece. 1:02 to go on the power play to the Titans. One nothing game. Face-off won by GBS. But New Trier able to poke this one out of the zone. Braden Mendoza will get there first. Still plenty of time here on the power play. Mendoza through his own zone, now comes through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, left wing side, Mendoza looking for a pass. He wanted to go up high, but it's intercepted by a New Trier stick. Pesky in the way, and is cleared all the way down. Now it's Declan Quinn. Quinn in his own zone, looking for the breakaway pass. Vanderplug was waiting at the blue line, but just unable to settle that one down. Near side corner. Now the Trevians bring it back the other way. And that puck goes out of play. So 6 seconds left on the power play, but Titans will have to take a D-zone face-off. Or no, I'm sorry, puck didn't go out of play, the net came off. Circle to the goaltenders right here for the face-off. Titans defensive end. Isaac Solomon getting ready against Asher Vanderplug. Drop of the puck. Is won by New Trier. They'll get it deep. Below the goal line, the power play is now officially over. Both teams back to 5-on-5, and the Titans do not score on their power play. Anthony Pinto. Now off the far wall. Out to the neutral zone, hacked ahead. It goes right to a stick of one, 2-on-1 incoming, and they score. Keegan Rowian buried a pass from Dominic Fontana on the odd man rush, and the Trevians have doubled their lead. It is now 2-0 in favor of the visitors. And look at this pass right to the blue line, caught some of the Titans sleeping. And New Trier, winter or spring, one of the best teams on the rush in the state. And the Titans now need 2 to tie. But if you remember, over at Centennial Ice Rink, it was the visitors who took a 2-0 lead. Glenbrook South over New Trier before the Trevians came back to win that one, so maybe we're going to see the inverse of that here. A lot of game left here at the Glenview Ice Center. Just about 20 minutes of playing time. Delayed offside. Trevians tag up. That allows the Titans to get the puck easily. Why not both? The more the merrier. Pretty sure it was Tommy, though. Yeah, I think it was. I remember you being an active chatter during that game. He was the former baseball player that went to Glenbrook South. Now thrown to the far side. Zach Boris able to keep it from going outside the zone. Boris centers it. Picked back up by New Trier Green. And I see Gavin McPherson in the house. Couple nice dangles there to crash the net for one of the New Trier skaters. Now back below the goal line. Boris able to grab that one. Tutai tried to play it out, but it's kept alive at the blue line. Now behind the net. Thrown up high, lots of bodies in the way of that. Right point, here's a shot that gets blocked. Charles Sullivan will bring it out through the neutral zone. Sullivan over the line, Sullivan around one, goes down below the goal line, takes a hit into the end boards. Penalty coming up on the play. It was a late arm by the official. We'll see if it was on the hit or any retaliatory. But no, it looks like they're gonna send New Trier to the box for holding, which will give the Titans another power play. So all Titan power plays on the South Hockey Network are sponsored by RSM. Discover the power of being understood. 0 for 1 in the game. The power play has been one of the Titans' biggest struggles so far here in the spring season. New Trier's penalty kill was solid the first time around as well. Let's see what the Titans can come up with here. Kept in at the blue line, just enough to stay on side. Despite some arguments by the New Trier fans, now it gets cleared all the way down. 3.5 to go in the period. A period which has been dominated by New Trier Green in terms of zone time. Now Sullivan with a shot. That one stopped. Rebound covered up by Asioni. Another stoppage here with 3:16 to go in the second. 1:28 to go on the power play for Glenbrook South, looking for their first goal of the night. They've had 12 shots on goal, but Asioni has been up to the task. Immediately off the draw, New Trier clears it to neutral ice. It's grabbed by Will Fagan. Fagan cycles back, the Titans reset. Fagan finds Weiss with a pass. He's over the line, right wing side. Jonah Weiss touches it to the near side corner. First to the puck, a man in white, but now it pops free. Fagan tried to center a backdoor chance for Weiss, but that one goes between his legs and it gets cleared to neutral ice. Wanting a breakaway, if he could get to the puck, was Peter Moreno, but instead the Titans recover. Asher Vanderplug down the left wing side, faked a shot twice. Now Vanderplug, one hand on his stick, tried to leave it for his captain, Ryan Mulvey, but it will get cleared once again. 2:20 to go here in period number 2. 2-0, Trevians. Mulvey hacks that one in down the left wing side. One man tapping his stick at the right point, but the Titans will try a backdoor chance. Trevians look to clear, but can't get it past Daniel Sokol. Now the near side, Will Fagan to the slot backhand shot. They score! Not sure if Asioni just didn't see that. Not much of a screen, but a power play goal for the Titans gets them right back within one. Ryan Mulvey with the goal. Yeah, I mean, he must. Well, take a look. This will give us the best indication of if he was screened or not. No, doesn't look like it. Just a little late to react. We're back underway, but we'll show you this PTZ look anyway. Yeah, that one just slips right inside that right post and over the goal line. All right, so the Titans, see if they can build a little momentum from that. Still 1:34 to go here in the period. Boy, it would be great if the Titans are able to tie this one up. Heading into the third. Neutral zone face-off coming. Face-off taken by the Titans. Steele, try to shot, but there was a man in the way. Now New Trier the other direction. High slot backhander towards the blue paint, but getting in the way of that was Luke Fagan. Now ahead for Steele. Steele sends it in, bounces off the goalie's pads, looking to bury the rebound there. Was Sokol crashing the net, but he makes the stop. Acioni, that is. And it goes down for Fagan. Vanderploeg plays it off the far boards and out to neutral ice. So we're down to 50 to go here in the period. Vanderploeg through the neutral zone, dumps that one in. Off the near side boards at the half wall. And now Kosmeter. Kosmeter to the near side. A shot taken by Braden Mendoza, deflects high up and out of play. 17.8 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Titans, the goal by Ryan Mulvey on the power play. Backhander from the slot. Ryan Mulvey in his sophomore year scored his first career varsity goal against these very same Trevians on the power play. On that net in the slot. In the second period, look at that. 5 seconds to go, the Trevs dump this one in. Off the boards, and time expires here in the second. So after what was a scoreless first period, Trevs get 2, Titans answer back with 1. And it's still anyone's game here at the Glenview Ice Center. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for period number 3 on the South Hockey Network. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Third period is underway. We've switched sides, of course, one more time. As this nearly New Trier with a goal 9 seconds into the frame. So our usual camera operator and technical engineer, Gerard Boris, just got notice that his car is being delivered right now. So he had to get out of here. So we have none other than Gavin McPherson on the camera and your scoreboard here for the remainder of the game, I would have to assume. Gavin, you can hear me, right? All right, I get the thumbs up. Good to see Gavin out here making an appearance for a spring game. Of course, unknowingly, did he realize he'd be called in by Gerard to handle this. Trevian center this one. Ryan Mulvey intercepts out to Owen Cosmeter. Cosmeter with a 2-goal game, and the Titans' only win this spring. A man goes crashing into the far side boards. Looks to be okay. No penalty on the play. It wasn't really a hit as much as it was just an awkward bounce. And still trying to figure out who that is. Meanwhile, Cosmeter, looks like McCrulis is our answer. Number 57. No sleeve numbers here on the spring jerseys. And you might have heard me say this before, but as a broadcaster, you don't realize how much you rely on those sleeve numbers until you've got a team that doesn't wear them. I'm talking to you, Stevenson. Now right in on net. Unable to bury that one was Charles Cannon. Now the other way comes the Titans' number 2, Zach Boris. Ryan Mulvey up high. He gets it back. Mulvey faked the shot. Now he'll take one with a little less oomph, but it got stopped by the pad. Now a shot with the backhand that goes off the pad of Asioni. Adam Cheris, the head coach of New Trier Green, going with the 1 goalie for the whole game, just as the Titans have been doing all season. We've seen here this spring lots of teams will split the time half and half, but the Titans and the Trevians seem to split the games half to half instead. Now it's Tutai. Alex Tutai hit the post earlier in the game. He's been on a roll here this spring, making a good resume for himself for next year. Meanwhile, the other direction comes the Trevians. High slot, this one touched along to the right corner. Here is a fake shot, now a wrap around behind the net instead. Tough angle, but that one missed the cage, no save necessary. Now here's a pass by Sullivan, up for Tutai. Alex Tutai forced a backhander on net. Looking for the 5-hole perhaps, or just maybe getting anything he could to go, but the save was made by Asioni. Titans have been dominating here in this third period so far, out shooting the Trevians 3-0. Looking for that game-tying goal. Asher Vanderplug, he tried a shot, that one blocked by the Trevians, and now played out to the near side, where it's brought along by New Trier Green. One man couldn't get a pass across, instead Vanderplug steals it, sends it out to the neutral zone, back into the Titan zone, but right there to bring it out instead, Declan Quinn. Quinn will send this one down below the goal line. And out to the neutral zone. Quinn in his own end, out to Jonah Weiss. Weiss sends this one down. 11 minutes to go here in the third. We will likely see a winner tonight, as the last time these two teams played, it was 3-3 after 45 minutes, and the coaches decided to do a shootout. So maybe not as big of a sense of urgency to win the game in regulation as there would be in some other games this spring, but you also don't know what's going on with the ice time and if there's something waiting for to go after this here on Rink A at the Glenview Ice Center. It is a Saturday afternoon, maybe some open skate. Braden Mendoza out to Steele, out to set up Graham Vanderplug on a partial break, but unable to. Dylan Ward here on the call. Gavin McPherson coming in to fill in for Gerard Boris, who had to leave last minute. Centering pass, nearly buried by New Trier, but instead it's taken back up by the Titans, who have a 3-on-2. But Steele was at the end of a long shift, so he had to go to the bench for a change, as well as the other Titans out there. Trevians now the other way, maybe a 4-on-2. A backhand shot right and close by Soren Schelik, but the save was made by Bunnell. Muscles his way through a couple defenders to get that chance, but still a 1-goal game. Isaac Bunnell with 11 saves on 13 shots by New Trier. His first save here of this third period. Well, the Titans have been dominant so far. But still down 2-1. Below the goal line, this one slapped towards the net near the blue paint, but that one goes off the pad of Bunnell. Now, meanwhile, another chance, they score! George Knight found a loose one and buried it to make it a 3-1 lead for the Trevians, and they've restored their 2-goal edge here at the Glenview Ice Center. Innocent play. Will Fagan knocked a man off the puck, and it just goes right to number 36, White. And it's a 1-on-1 chance with Bunnell. And he picks the corner. So still lots of time left here at Glenview Ice Center. 3-1 lead for New Trier Green. Again, I said it earlier, don't be shy, folks, in that live chat. When I don't have a partner, I get a little lonely up here in the booth, of course. Love to interact with you, the great fans of Glenbrook South hockey or New Trier hockey, or just hockey in general. Best sport in the world. Leave us some chats and let us know what you think of this game. Ask me questions. I'll be happy to answer. And this is, there's a chance this is the last time you're going to hear from me here before September. I'm not going to St. Louis, where the Titans will play in a tournament next weekend. As for last night, there was a game scheduled against Lake Forest, but it got canceled. And they're trying to make it up, but nothing guaranteed. So, of course, if that does get made up, I will be here to call that one for you. But if not, this will be my bow on the hockey season in terms of play-by-play. Centering pass, and that one forced wide. Of course, Gerard will be going to St. Louis, so you might have the dads commentating that one, or maybe no commentators, but you'll be able to watch the games. Titans could really use a win here. 1-6-1 here in the spring. Lone win 4-2 over Loyola Gold. Their one OTL, or tie, was against this very same New Trier team a couple of weeks ago at Centennial Ice Rink. Right in front, Titans are trying to clear this one out. They will bring it over the blue line, or actually not quite. It's kept alive, and this one sent to the slot. Here's a shot. Oh, what a save made by Bunnell off the stick of Alexander Rowian, keeping it a 2-goal game here at the Glenview Ice Center. Point blank chance. He got the glove on top. Isaac Bunnell has had some solid stops here this afternoon in Glenview, and keeping his skaters within striking distance. Still lots of time to come back from down 2. Here's Sullivan in the slot. Titans in the attacking zone, but it's quickly grabbed and intercepted by the Trevians. Down below the net, Vanderplug maybe thought he got tripped up. We'll have a look at the replay, but no call made. We've only seen 2 penalties in the game. Both of them were against New Trier and resulted in Titan power plays. That's an icing. That'll stop play. Let's have one more look at this. The stick does get in the way. Probably a break for the Trevians. The Titans, who have not had a great power play, are 1 for 2 here in this game. Back underway. This one's centered, taken away by Neutral Green. Out through neutral ice. This one goes off the far boards and down. Picked back up by Mendoza. Now the near side steal gets it back for Mendoza. Braden Mendoza over the blue line, left wing side. Eludes a check, centers it. Trevians try and clear it out, kept alive by Vanderploeg. Graham, that is, now in the slot. Seal with a shot. That one gets blocked right in close. Off the shin of number 37 on Neutral, who I don't have on my roster. Good old Spring. Now a 2-on-1 for the Trevians. This one centered. Oh, and getting a stick in the way there. Good play was Will Fagan. Now Steele dumps this one in. And now the Trevians over the blue line. This one dropped off, Keegan Rowian. Now crashes the net. That one sitting near the blue paint, but swiped out of harm's way. And the Titans will get it out through neutral ice. Ryan Mulvey with 5 on the clock. Now here's a shot by McCrulis, but a stop made, or I think actually the leg of a defender got in the way to make the block on that one. Now the other direction comes New Trier, 2-on-1, here's a shot. Nice save made by Isaac Bonnell. Keeping it a 2-goal game. Now a big slap shot from up high, centering pass again. But the Titans will play this one out to neutral ice, or so they thought, Cosmeter, but it stays in. George Knight scored the most recent goal here to make it 3-1 for New Trier. But attacked out of the zone by the Titans. They might have numbers. It's McCrulis. All the Titans out there are tired at the end of a long shift, so nothing will come of that, and they'll change. Cosmeter backhands this one down. It's dumped in by Boris on the deflection. Up high, Luke Fagan with a shot save made by Asioni. Rebound, Fagan looking to keep that one in. He does, just for a moment. And now New Trier will come out the other way. 4 minutes to go here at the Glenview Ice Center. We'll keep a sharp eye down to our left and see when Jim Philbin might go with the empty net. New Trier trying to extend their lead, though, further. That one stopped by Bonnell. Owen Bratt. Now this one goes to an open man. Here's a shot off the stick of Owen Bratt, but stopped by the blocker of Bonnell. Battle for the puck near side half boards. It's played out to the neutral zone. As we're down to 3 minutes here at Glenview Ice Center. Trevians play catch with it and their defensive end. Here's that mystery man, number 5. He's over the blue line, goes between the legs of one, takes a shot, and the save is made by Bonnell. 2:41 to go here in the third. 3-1 New Trier. Face-off coming at the circle to Bonnell's right. Drop of the puck is taken by the Titans. Behind the net, though, a quick steal. Here's a centering pass, and that one, sort of fan on the shot there, was Alexander Rowian. So it goes behind the goal line. Titans looking to get this one up ice as soon as possible for a chance to pull the goalie for an extra attacker. Here comes Weiss. Weiss over the blue line, runs into a man, and it's taken back by the Trevians. Still in his net is Bennell. 2:07 to go, now intercepted one more time. Weiss dumps this one in. The Titans need control of the puck before Jim Philbin's going to want to pull him. Now right circle, here's a shot, that one wide. Rebound up high, sent down below the goal line. We are down to 100 seconds remaining in the third. This shot wouldn't go. Now behind the goal line, Weiss able to play that one out to neutral ice, and the Trevians will play keep away. Asher Vanderplug. Out to Sullivan. Sullivan centered it. Weiss with a shot. Oh, big save made by Asioni off Jonah Weiss. And the Titans with a grade A opportunity to get one on the board, but unable to beat the Trevian goaltender, who has had a solid night. Isaac Bennell skates to the bench. And the Titans will roll with 6 attackers to try and tie this game up down by 2. Here's Boris, centered it. Goes right to a Trevian stick. They'll try and backhand it out, kept alive, Will Fagan. Fagan around one man, Will Fagan up to Mulvey. Throws it to the right side circle, 50 seconds left. Behind the net, Neutral trying to play it along to the far side half wall, and they will chip it out to the neutral zone. Ryan Mulvey now fires in, goes wide of the net, but bounces off the boards to Graham Vanderplug. Couldn't settle it down, being fought for far side corner. Titans will try and swing it back up to the point, and we'll get there. Will Fagan, but that one bounces off a helmet of Neutral and up into the bench area, or actually got caught in a stanchion, but time running out on the Titans, who now have just 22.4 on the clock. Still an empty net. Vanderplug will take the face-off against Christopher Janetsko. Actually, Janetsko will get booted in exchange for Charles Cannon. Trevians win the face-off anyway. They'll try and clear it out. Kept alive by the Titans. Turning around and firing was Cosmeter. He put it on net, but off the pad. Now out to the neutral zone. Will Fagan will send it across. Vanderplug will take a shot in and out of the glove. Trevians clear it, and that will do it. Buzzer sounds, and the final score of 3-1 in favor of New Trier Green here at the Glenview Ice Center. Titans had the edge in shots, 18-16. But at the end of the day, no goals 5-on-5. Ryan Mulvey's power play marker, the only one past. Asioni today, who had a great game in net for New Trier, stopping 17 shots out of 18 faced. That'll do it for our broadcast. And again, keep your eyes peeled on the Glenbrook South Hockey website and see if that Lake Forest game will get made up. Again, they are trying to make it up, but nothing guaranteed. It's not urgent like it would be in the regular season. So if they can't do it, they won't do it. And if not, that means this will be the final time you hear from me, Dylan Ward, on the South Hockey Network. Whether that game gets made up or not, regardless, there will be that St. Louis tournament next weekend. So make sure you look at our upcoming broadcasts, and you can follow along the Titans in their St. Louis tournament to end the spring season. So for everyone involved today, Gerard Boris, who did the first 2 periods of camera work in technical engineering, along with Gavin McPherson, who came in to bail him out for the 3rd period. My name is Dylan Ward, saying thank you for hanging out with us on this Saturday afternoon. The final score one more time, New Trier 3, Titans 1. We'll see you next time right here on the South Hockey Network.